everyone. It's Tuesday. Did you miss me? Did you miss me yesterday? Don't answer. I missed you. I'm Jason DeRusha. Nice to be with you for the CBSN Minnesota Morning Update. You ready for a weather forecast? You probably know what it is. Look outside your window. It's sort of rainy. A lot of the rain for this morning has died down, depending on where you live. And so we're in a bit of a break. The real stuff comes back tonight, and then it'll be raining this afternoon, tonight, tomorrow. And then magically, everything's going to be green. All the flowers will be blooming. The birds will be singing. It's going to be amazing. At least that's what I want to convince myself. But, you know, you do get this rain, and it'll pay off. That grass will start greening up real fast, won't it? Let's talk about this. Today, a couple of big national days today. It's National Puppy Day. If you need a pick-me-up, go to the WCCO This Morning Facebook page or check out my Twitter feed. People have been posting puppy pictures. And I don't have a puppy. I don't have a pet, but I love your pets. I love to visit with them. So keep those pictures coming. That's pretty fun. But we thought we would talk about this today. It is National Chip and Dip Day. National Chip and Dip. So, all right, this is the classic, right? Like a nacho, a chip and salsa, a chip and guac, tortilla chip. That's good. What about potato chips and French onion dip? Do you want to pick two separate? Maybe your favorite chip is Cheetos or cheese doodles or Snyder's pretzels or some sort of weird energy potato chip that we're showing you video of. Oh, these little puff things. If you say that, you're dead to me. I like a pita chip. That's good. So what is your favorite chip and dip combo? Your favorite chip? Whoa. Look at how that guy just squirted those potato chips right out of the bottom of the bag. It's amazing. Amazing. All right, leave a comment on the WCCO. I'm just entranced by this video, and now I'm very, very hungry. We'll read through a couple of your chip and dip comments. And don't you dare say I'm your favorite dip. I don't want to hear that. I don't need that kind of negativity today. Let's update you on some of the news headlines we're keeping an eye on. Jury selection in Derek Chauvin's trial could end today, and in fact, the judge says it should end today. Chauvin charged with killing George Floyd last May. They've got 14 jurors, and Judge Peter Cahill says he wants one more in case one of these 14 has to be released before opening statements on Monday. So there's sort of an insurance policy against pretrial publicity over the next week. And so today they'll pick that last person, and then court will take a little bit of a break until the trial starts on Monday. Because of fears that the trial could bring a repeat of some of the unrest we saw last year, we have seen security in downtown Minneapolis, and now we're seeing what some business owners are doing. Franklin Nicollet Liquor was heavily damaged during the riots, and they have installed retractable steel shutters. Quality Coaches did the same, spending $25,000 for an improvement that the owner says just makes him feel safer leaving his business at night.
I left the boards up, and I got neighborhood people that said, oh, it looks ugly, it's a bad deal, so on and so forth. I said, you wait. So now that I've got the shutters up, people think it looks attractive. They think there's a safety sort of sentiment about the building.
So this is in lieu of those boarded up windows, a more permanent solution for businesses where they can lower it or not. And the only reason Minneapolis businesses are able to install these is because the city council changed city law in Minneapolis. Before, it was only legal to have these sorts of retractable shutters on the inside of windows. You know, and you can understand why Minneapolis didn't want a bunch of shutters all over the place. But it doesn't do you a lot of good on the inside of the glass. So they changed the law, and businesses are buying them. We should learn more this morning about that mass shooting at a Colorado supermarket. So sad and so angering, I think. Investigators have confirmed that 10 people were killed at this Boulder grocery store yesterday afternoon, including the first police officer to respond. Police say the lone suspect was injured when he was taken into custody, but we don't have any more information about the suspect, the motive. Was he connected to the store? Why? Hoping for more information today. But despite the stress of COVID and the other things going on in the world, have to take time to examine the questions surrounding the second mass shooting in a week in this country. It's not okay. New questions this morning surrounding AstraZeneca's COVID-19 vaccine. It was looking good for AstraZeneca. They announced they had great results. And you're thinking, all right, now we got another vaccine. We're up to 4. Federal officials early this morning said that some of this information that they're using to support their claims may be outdated. So this is from the Data and Safety Monitoring Board. This is why we go through this process, right? In a statement, the Fed said they're concerned AstraZeneca may have provided an incomplete view of the efficacy data. So we'll learn more about this today. Yesterday, AstraZeneca said their shot was 79% effective at preventing COVID symptoms. But perhaps that's not the whole story. So we'll see what the federal government says here. A 9-year-old Minnesota boy is recovering after he was bitten by a shark while on vacation in Florida. Jay Weiskopf surfing in Miami Beach. His mother said he fell and said, ouch. She noticed a big chunk of skin missing from his shoulder and a small shark swimming away. Yeah, he had to have surgery. Doctors say his prognosis is good, and his parents say they're thankful it wasn't worse.
So much. He's such a great kid, and we're still in shock. We're just thankful. We just thank God that that he didn't take his life. That he's going to be okay.
He just right now wants to go home, and that's really sad because we had so much fun planned.
Yeah, poor kid. My goodness, how scary is that? And for his family, but good that he lives to fight another day, right? The beach where this happened is still open. Gophers have hired a new men's basketball head coach.
Can't tell you how excited I am to get back home and get going. Sky you ma. Let's go, baby.
Ben Johnson, he's one of us. Grew up playing at De La Salle High School, played a couple seasons at the U, served as an assistant under Richard Pitino. Since then, he's been coaching at Xavier University in Cincinnati for 3 seasons, and he's really well known for recruiting. And that's something that the Gopher fan base has made a lot of noise about, that we need to be better at keeping our Minnesota superstars in Minnesota. We're expecting to hear more from the new coach later this morning. Twins tickets go on sale Thursday. COVID's going to make it different, and if you're used to buying 1 ticket, can't do it. Get a friend in your pod. So you'll be able to buy tickets for the first 17 home games. They're kind of rolling this out because who knows how restrictions will change. So you got to choose between a pod of 2 or 4. And they'll kind of cluster those seats together, so there will be 6 feet of distance in between each pod. Only 10,000 fans allowed at Target Field because of COVID-19 restrictions. This is a dilemma I know a lot of you can relate to. Parents are going back to the office. Kids still have to be at home for online learning. So what do you do if your job is maybe a non-traditional job? Maybe it's an outdoors job. Maybe you're in the agriculture field. We take you to Italy, where this young lady is outstanding in her field. She went to work with her dad, who is a goat farmer. Yeah, instead of leaving the 10-year-old at home alone, they just brought the desk out to the pasture. So far, so good. Fiammetta is attending all of her classes. That is not a school bell you're hearing. That is the goat. Bells around her neck. Take your daughter to work day. They have pretty good Wi-Fi in Italy, right? If she's able to do her online learning. Do we think, like, is this really what she's doing, or is this some sort of, like, absolutely crazy publicity stunt? Like, what's the end game here? How'd they get the news crew out to the pasture? I have a lot of questions about this story, but we'll leave it at that and just have a good chuckle at the picture. Let's get back to Chip and Dip, America's top issues. We're not afraid to tackle them here on CBSN Minnesota Morning Update. Danielle Swanson, avocado with chips and queso with chips. Good answer, Danielle. I love avocado. Here's Hannah Doyle, buffalo chicken dip. Oh, yeah. There is something about that combo of buffalo and chicken that just always makes me happy. Thanks, Hannah. Diana, sun chips. Oh, yeah. No, Sean, you're saying no on the sun chip? Wow. I didn't know sun chips were controversial. I like the basic Sun chip. The cheddar is too powdery for me. It's too powdery. Thanks, Diana. Old Dutch. Yeah. Kimberly going all Minnesota on it. I like it. Old Dutch. I like an Old Dutch salt and vinegar chip. And top the tater always hits the mark for me, too. Here we go. Simon. We were talking about pita chips before, pita chip and hummus. That might be my number one. Parmesan garlic and herb pita chip. That sounds very nice. Thanks, Simon. Here's Michelle. Oh, see, now this is a good point. Normally, I would not go for a ridged potato chip, but with a dip, it feels right. Dean's French onion dip. Sometimes you just got to go with the $1.68, you know, French onion dip for the grocery store. I've made my own French onion dip at home. Highly recommend it. It's easy. It's delicious. But then sometimes the grocery store works just fine. Thanks, Michelle. Potato chips and cottage cheese. Nancy. How dare you? Frankly, a potato chip is maybe the only thing that could make me like cottage cheese. I'm not a fan. It's a texture. It's a texture issue. Maybe it works as a dip, actually. So many great chips out there, though, right? Cheetos. That's a great chip. You can't dip it, though, I guess. Well, maybe in a queso. A Cheeto and a queso dip. Ah. All right. Thanks for joining us and talking about trash food. It's kind of fun sometimes, right?